おはよう。
Morning.
おはよ
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union
う。
must
組
have
合
turned
の
up.
男たちが
They look
現れ。
rowdy. We should talk to them.
そう。
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCA being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing in the
Hardy
union called
Boys.
the Hardy Boys, who are... I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks
や
of
か
it.
ましくて
Loud
柄
and
が悪
nasty,
い。
one loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. That would just escalate tensions.
と
No
かも降り
captain
ない。
would
まあ
sign.
そう
In
だよね。
fact,
さす
even
が
the
に
death
ね。
of... One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right...
Yeah, streetwise.
うーん。
But aren't you?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own...
まあ、まず話していいんじゃないかな。で、レベルアップをしなきゃいけない。鏡じゃなくって、封印されたドア。通学駅地。通学駅地。レベルアップ。もう一個あんのか。もう一個、意志力。恵んでもらおう、マジで。マジで恵んでもらおう。意志力。本当に恵んでもらおう。意志力なんだかんだでな。あって困ることはないやろ。OK です。よし。こんにちは。おはようございます。
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast.
It's
Kenwa
fine, I
box.
understand. Thank you anyway. Please
なんか
don't
お
trouble
困りか
yourself
な？
about me, sweetie. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there or to let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. I was also hoping she... Oh, forgive me for not introducing myself.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind.
That's just it. This is... you have more important things.
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting.
Just some
年
field work,
生野
sweetie.
外調
Morel is
査
a。
ハン
highly
サムさん
trained。scientist, but they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to
ス
set a
ノー
few
ビーへ戻
traps.
る。何かに
He
足止め
said
されて
there's
い
a
る。
nameless old fishing village nearby, but
I can't say it's the best part of town, but I wouldn't worry too.
Do it. Find her husband. This some fringe sciences
タス
exact.
クはど
Are
ん
you
どん引
sure
き
we
受け
have
て
time
い
to go
い。
chasing after bug hunters just now? I did suggest we played cool, but... if you say so.
ごめんね。
thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign. Oh dear, I'm not sure where.
外見とかは一通り
His
聞いた
expression
方がいいん
is
じゃない
slightly
か？
You can't
うん
go
紳士
around forever short. feeling. It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Oh, well, he's
ちょっと
a
背
bit
が低
shorter
い。
than
体
you,
格はがっ
but
し
with
り。
a larger
白髪。
frame. And
The lieutenant pulls out.
one other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him.
調査用の
We'll
装
be
備。
celebrating our
ん。
16th anniversary this autumn. Not via a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. We hit it off, and
離婚したばか
She's
り。
skipping over some important parts.
I hope I've been useful. Oh, sweetie,
これ、
it's
昆虫に
fascinating.
ついてもっと聞きたいよな。
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
いや、
Of course, dear.
後でちょっと聞くわ。後で聞く。なんかある。何これ。あ、トマトか。ここね、セーブをしとこうかな。先にね。セーブをしておいて、こんにちは。
Over here. Over here. Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where
あ
you
んたにと
are?
って長いは危険な街
Her
だよ。
entire character has shifted.
No, I am not a god.
4時じゃないんか
I'm a legal
い。顧
counselor
問
for the
弁
dock
護
workers
士
union. So let's get to it.
タイタス・
You're
ハーデ
looking
ィ
for Titus Hardy.
探してる捜査に役
You
立つ情報
think
か
he
らが
has
浮き出せると考
information
え
that
て
will
ね。
help you? That's Titus.
タイタ
Talk
ス。
to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you recognize our
She says nothing. Her glare speaks.
Like I already told you, I'm a legal
見合い
counselor.
の顧問
What
弁
you
護
want
士が
is
す
of
ぐそ
no
ばにいるとき
significance,
に
officer. Don't
取り
test
調べ
your
をしなきゃ
authority.
いけないのか。
What are we going to do to you? The union isn't going to do.
Goddamn right it is.
わあ、なんかくせ者っぽい
If
じじ
anything,
い。
it is the RCM who do things to people.
じゃあ、もうとりあえずね、話はね、
This is where you say
しと
your
こう
bit.
ね。
detective.
マジか。もう担当直入に。
This is about him.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real.
Oh, he was a real
シャン
pretty
キ
boy.
ー、グレン。
Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean,
仕事だ
You
から
might
で
want
す
to
け
start
ど。
asking your questions now.
Do a head count.
人数を
first.
数えろ。
Connect these men
Oh.
to the tracks you saw,
ケム。
starting from the right.
ブーツのサイズは
Boot
44
size。
30代、
44
威圧感があり、極めて
in his
男性
30s
的。グレン。
Over sitting on
Teo.
his right.
標準的なワーク
Standard
ブツ
working
45か
boots.
46。
Size
最高齢
45
50代半ば。
46.
喫煙者で無口。
Eldest across
あら
at the other table.
秒を打ったワーク
Hobbling
ブ
working
ツ。
boots. Size 43. He spent his youth in Villa
モヨック
Lobos,
地区の公営住宅地ビラロボスで過ごしている。複数回の
There
逃亡
were
歴があり、
incarcerations.
タトゥーは色あ
Odds
せて
and
いる
then,。
タイタス・ハーデ
standard
ィ。
working
スチール
boots.
で補強した標準的なワークブーツ。46、大男。肩幅は広く、腰を引き締まっている。
Wide at the shoulders and lean. The emblem on his vest
ロ
says
ーニン
Rowing
グク
Club.
ラブ。
A little patch below it reads
T. ハーディ、キャプテン。
in the far corner.
友人。
Standard
スチール
working
で補
boot.
強した標準的な
Steel
ワークブーツ。
reinforced
44、
toes.
40代。
Size 44. 40-something. Non-alcoholic
Hitapik?
beverage on his neck. Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician.
で
Size 41.
小
With
さい。
the light step. Not a child.
ネズミ顔の
after
中
all.
年。
An
性格の
old
悪
man
そうな
with
潤
a
んだ
rat
目をしてる
face.。
前歯が2
Lean
本かけてい
in
る。
the middle. Heaving
太っちょアンガス。
and
なんで
wheezing.
こいつだけ太っ
Big
ちょって
guy
わざわざつけ
on
る
size 46.
46
Ink
傷
marks. Probably
あ
carried the victim
あ
over. He
なるほどなるほど
alone
なるほ
is
ど。
130 kilos. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything.
the fuck is with you, fella?
8人目のメンバーはどこにいる？
Madman? There's no eighth Hardy boy.
ハーディー
There's
ボーイ
seven
ズは
of
7
us,
人。
Or what? You want to be the eighth Hardy boy?
Actually, boss, we've been talking to
She?
彼
So
女
there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a
ヤシ
Hardy
のエリ
girl.
ザベスか？
Shut the fuck up, Glenn!
I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want?
It has to be good if he won't let you.
So let me get this straight. There is an
なおかつそれは
eighth
女性で
Hardy
君たちはその話をしたくない。
That's right.
何
We're
も
not
話さ
talking
ね
about this. This is a private Hardy. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back.
Good.
え。大い
We
に
are
結
all
構。我
watching
々
each
はお
other.
互いに監視し合っている。
Officer, your question.
There's no point.
深追いしても意味がない。
He thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy.
あ
sooner
んたが
or
やっ
later.
たのか、これはさすがに聞かないのでは？失礼する。ではね。ちゃんと話したでしょ？
Nothing to say to you. I
ハー
am
ディ
not
ガール？
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could
even a mod. Glenn, I went to law school.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International. The cold look in her eyes. Speaks. It's not her. She's not a Hardy girl. Definitely.
おはようございます。金がすべて、そうだね。よし 金の無心しに行くか。まず、金の無心。まず金の無心。これは、やらないって判断したスキルチェックなので大丈夫。人おるやん。こんにちは。労働者階級の女。や。
Hello? Me? No one.
She doesn't really want. Is she such a working class woman?
なぜ
Not
働い
all
て
the
ない？
time. Right now I'm browsing books.
素晴らしい。
With Liz. I know you are. What with? My husband? No, he's not. You're welcome.
なんか、なんかこれそんなこと聞くかなって思うんですけど。何でもやった方がいい？これは、あれだな。金の無心をする。ドアぶっ壊す。他になんかあるかな。あ、よし。やあ、こんにちは。これさ、セーブをしてさ、何回もスキルチェックすればノーリスクで再チャレンジできたりする？
Good. What can I help you with? Until you come up with something at that intersection, I'm afraid I have little.
She's simply not.
Why, yes, I am. Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
群島？
Yes, we
こ
are.
こ群島
We
なん
are
や。
on Lucayu.
ルカイユ。メガショー
We
ル
are.。
メガ
And
ショー
the
ルの街
city
は
of
ルカイユ
Revachol
島。
is on the island of Lucayu. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued. It's for crossing long distances in a greater Ravash.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding. Why
別
what?
にいいんじゃ
Stop
ない？
thinking. Take her down. Have it your way.
The boat? No. It is called
Cordelate.
19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
ミルクの色。
The word it feels strange. Such a beautiful boat.
何
Deserves
かしら名前をつけてやるべきだと。
How about Cordelate 19? Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company.
She makes a point of being
ロマンティッ
unromantic.
クな要素を入れたくない。ドロレスはどうだ？
Well, it means nothing to me. I think I'll stick with the factory name. But it's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also my sloop. I like it a lot.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview.
いや、ごめ
I
んごめ
really
んごめ
do,
ん。
the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the woman.
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly
トレジャーボー
qualified
トの
pla-
操縦
The
士。
crowns of her teeth are porcelain. Her nonchalance might be related to
移動
something
自由
called
法。
the Wayfarer Act. A law that
Eh.
says she doesn't need a license.
Good. What we do,
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wa-
the Pines, Cork, and that is the terminal.
金の無
Wild
心っ
Pines
て
Group is one of the original Revacholian in Saint Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity.
Why, thank you. I'm not at
金の
liberty
無
to
心
discuss
っ
the
て
company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year the company booked and
ど
to
うやっ
think
て
Pines employs 72,000 people, all of whom have families that depend on their salaries. It is a tremendous response.
She nods.
金の無心ってどういうあれで
You know more than you let on. You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owner, we built this district.
We. There it is.
All
我
the
々
best parts of it.
サンギレーヌ通りの石造りの
The
建物。
plaza's
メテ
meteor
オ
and
風モ
mosaic,
ザイク。
even some of the old street before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even a company getaway.
で、
For a
現地ゲットし
weekend
た。や
or
っ
a
た
summer
ー。
holiday.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. I believe the official title is Senior Labor
労働問
Negotiator.
題交渉担当責任
I'm a
者。
group.
And how are the talks?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped now. They won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for.
And when did you first?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes,
But the strike began in...
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Miss...
This isn't the first time the union has gone...
Heavens, no. There have
二度
been
の
2
ストライキ。
prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions.
Ludicrous, even. It's meant.
Mr. Clare told him to fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
なるほど。
Yes. Keep in mind, there are leaflets everywhere and banners. Every worker, a member of...
Most of the workers
意味
probably
が理解で
don't
きて
know
ない
what
労
that
働者
means.
がほとんどだろうな。
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs, just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of this. I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear.
Excuse me. From whom did
リ
you
ンチがあ
hear
ったという
about
話は
this
どな
link?
たか
I
ら聞いたん
first
でし
heard
ょ
it from the boyer at the
う。開
gates.
拓者
The one whose very name advertises his aversion
コー
to
ル
work.
ミーマニャーナマニャーナ
This checks out.
嘘は言ってない。
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead for work where the union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it...
It's implied. She's open.
Everard Clare is a man of
こ
the
の上なく高
utmost
潔な人
integrity.
物。
If you can... Of course not. Everard is
と
fantastic.
てもなく腐
corrupt.
敗している。
I imagine he has a thick viscous goo where you and I have blood.
そこまで
He
悪
is
く
the
なれる
most
やつもい
corrupt
ないだろう。
individual I have ever seen.
最も汚
And I
職に
deal
ま
with
みれ
men
ている
like
人
him for a
物。
living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic
へ
than his
え、
yes,
あれがもう一人いる
Edgar
って
looks
のか。
exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows. The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years, organized labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local...
A mob.
マ
The
フィ
Débardeurs
ア。
are a crime syndicate.
犯罪組
Sad as
織
it may
同然
be,
で
I
す。
suspect we'll be forced to cooperate.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our and your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is... Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades.
選挙で何らかの事件。
There was a woman, the previous
先代
forewoman
の
of the
組合
union.
のボス。
She disappeared.
自然と姿を消した。地方支部選挙の最終日に娘さんが電話かけてきた。出馬取りやめる。あやあやあやあや。
The company suspects foul play. The point of the presentation is
クレア兄弟の周囲ではこういうことが起きている。
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help?
OK。
There is a
ね
touch of discomfort.
The pine, and that is the term.
The Wild Pines group is one of the original.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the
これ
company.
じゃないわ。
Yes.
意志力に振ったはいいけど、金の無心の選択肢がわからん。ちょっと一回置いとくわ。これなんだっけ？あ、ここか。そっかそっか。ここか、あと。やることが多い。まず、日にさ、20リアル稼がなきゃいけないのよ。で、今、15リアルだから、 このままだと追い出されちゃうわけよ。まあ、もう、野宿か。多分だけど、野宿なら野宿で、まあ、積むみたいなことはないんじゃないかな。気力と体力が持っていかれるとか、そういう感じじゃないかな。こんにちは。この人たちでしょ。ここ行けないのか。じゃあ、あそこだ。ドア破るか。一回ちょっとドア破ろう。セーブをして、
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you,
ゴ
covered
ブゴ
in
ブ。
dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and
頼
charms.
む。
It appears to be locked.
あ、これはいけた色では？うわぁ。
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one.
You're not
意味が入
thinking
る。
of trying again, are you?
行くぜ。うわー、ドーン。今なんか言いたいことあるんか？頭が
You
痛
didn't
い。
have to run the door down. I doubt the electricity
電気
still
が来てる
works.
とは思えない。あ、
An
懐中電
eerie
灯ある？
feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's no need to look for supernatural.
これは懐中電灯ね。懐中電灯を、置いといて、ポスター、より強く。なんか、あ、砲丸投げの弾やん。あれになるやん。あの人たちの、あれ。ジム
A barbell lies on the floor. It's 60 kilograms.
60キロ。
Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. There are no
Yeah.
corners in the bar. Why does it feel so familiar?
いや。
You're
罠
right.
だ。
The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then. It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't.
バーベルを持ち上げたりはしないよ。
It's just a memory from another life.
持ち上げたら経験値になったりするかな。これはボールバー。これいける？いける。あ、怖い。あ、怖い。あ、怖い。こっちはもういけないのね。あ、怖い。あ、怖い。怖いよ。怖い。無理。あ、怖すぎ。セーブしていい？あ、怖い。怖い。無理かも。もう怖い、無理かも。びっくりさせないで。あ、怖い、無理。怖すぎ。お金、やった。いや、怖すぎ。無理。お金。なんだ。ラジオコンピューターで読み取ることができる。わかりました。怖い。もう本当に怖い。こっち行けない。 いやー、怖い。怖い。何
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of Welkins.
なんか、あれ、TRPG のシステムの制作かなデーテルウェルキン。
And even who are all those creatures? You should adopt one of those Welkins as your persona. One of the Welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different. It's Vara Hamira,
Hai Welkin.
his face white and scarred like cracked marble.
ウェルキン
This
なら
is
ざる者
clearly
粛
the
清すべ
Welkin
き。
the hull door, the
ドワー
tall
グ、
the
人間、
humans,
不憫な
and
親
even
族。
headless men, all of them purged.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. This looks like concept
プロ
art
ジェクト
for
に
a
書き
project.
起こしたコン
It's
セ
not
プト
really
アート。
real. Just look at those details. Some
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes.
あ、すごいね。
Entire
面白い
oceans
ね。
have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures you see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers.
ここのドワーグたち
Boreal
によるもの。
yurts under the
あ、面
albeit
白い
dark
ね。
and cold. This vision also feels
いい
cold.
面
A
白い
pen
ね。
postcard read. This is a
50
monthly
年
calendar
の
from
月
the
間カレ
year
ンダー。
50.
赤で書かれたグリッド内に
Cryptic
ラストス
words
パー
like
ト、
sprint,
日時、222、
illuminate, and
GPI など暗号のようなことが並んでいる。
drawn grid.
莫大に火を
The
かけた大
grand
掛かりな制作のよう
squarely
だ。
stands for a
ミニミーティングの
mini
略だ。
meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer
失
and
敗と後
rarer.
悔ばかりだったんだ
The
ろう。
board
悲しい
becomes an empty
ね。
looks like they didn't make it.
そうだ
The
ね。
note in the bottom left corner, the handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still
あ、ウ
make
ィラ
out
ル。ウ
three
ィラル、ウィラル、ウ
slogans.
ィラル。ウ
Call
ィラル
in,
じゃん。
tune out, Wirral untethered, and heat.
ウィラルの、なんかそういうサプリかなんかだったんかな。これ何？
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube.
A radio computer.
ラジオコンピューターだ。
Just sitting here without anyone. But we are looking for a fridge.
On the other hand, it's not the time, not.
Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow. I don't know. You're in charge of this expedition.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its
再生
slumber,
と印刷。
revealing fluorescent play and print. It's empty like a beehive without its. The filament you have would fit
そうだよね。
perfectly inside the compartment. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key stops.
再
A
生。
bar of fabric right above the keyboard. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall.
老人の声。東インスリンで中継局。サンギレーノ通りのフォートレスアクシデント。制作スケジュールですか？
The filament you have inserted into the reader. Yes.
制作スケジュール。
Good.
Password. Of
Password.
course it would have a password. That's why there's a human.
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol.
I am contractually obliged to
フォー
protect
ト
the
レスアクシデン
privacy
トの
of
秘
the
密情報を
filament
保護する義
holder
務が
for first accident.
I'm afraid we are not doing
おー
that. Unless
Now, can you please receive
Don't worry.
fortress accident? Is there anything else I can do? Fortress accident.
フォートレスアクシデントという会社名で登録されている。
One moment. Fortress accident SCR produces
プレイヤー
revolutionary
参加型のラジオゲームを制作している。
That's not bad.
Any other questions? Yes, I am
74歳
alive.
でイボンヌと
she
言いま
repeats
す。
passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian. As for me, well, now, please tell me if the
ありがとうね。
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in
印
a soft
刷
glow. Nothing happens.
何にも起こらんか。
The
クリア
filament
しとくか。
slides out of its.
これなんか、なんのかなウィラルの最先端 RPG の開発チーム。いいね。これは、 これ何がどういう、風のうなり声が聞こえる。ここにお金があるでしょ？知ってるんだから。これ冷蔵庫、冷蔵庫。不思議な小部屋を抱えた恐ろしい白熊の姿。覚醒？
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Of course. A giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Just what we were looking for.
The shelves are empty.
空っぽ、レバショールアイスシティという銘柄のアイスクリームの包装紙だけがくしゃくしゃの状態で放置されている。
Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door.
It's certainly an eccentric choice.
But the optics on this are awful. Your visual confirms you could fit
二人
two.
Shall
分
we
の
go
死
and
体。
get the body then?
The two of you.
や
The
る
body
か。
is
とりあえ
heavy.
ずね。
It takes half an hour
30分がかり、さらに10
to stuff it into the fridge.
分。いやー、とりあえ
The
ず
lieutenant
ね。
takes a step back.
うわー、
Beautiful.
素晴らし
Dead
い。
body in an ice bear fridge.
一番いい仕事
Created
した。
an ice. You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
Of course you don't. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This does not leave this. Did we though? At least we've stopped the body from decomposing first.
検視ができる。
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
包
A
装
friendly
紙っていう
cartoon
の
bear
は
smiles back at you
カ
from
ートゥ
a
ーン調
glossy
のクマ。
cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge or
巨
the
大なクマの
decomposing.
形の冷蔵庫。なん
It
で
looks
だ？
like an ice cream
ア
fridge.
イスクリーム用の冷蔵庫。
I know. What
残
an
念なマーケ
unfortunate
ティング戦略を打ち出してしまったものだよ。俺お店に置いてたってこ
What is
と。
even worse, the bear
電
is
気
still
代をむさ
cutting
ぼり
the
食ってい
money
ると
to
いう
this
こと
day.
だ。
The electricity bill must be catastrophic.
Lucky us.
28。いける。
Your
お
eyes
ー、すごい成功しただろ
close
う。おいお
as
いお
if
い。
by their own volition.
これはなんだ？
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. The oral cavity is cold and moist. You're on the right
正
track.
しき方。本当に内陸帝国のことあんまよくわかんないんだよな。
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, fragile, even through the latex. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with
口外
teeth.
水。
Looks like you
柔ら
see
か
a
い天井
hole,
に。
barely
人
visible
間の
to
目
the
には
human
ほとんど
eye.
見えないような
It
小
is
さ
swollen
な穴
shut,
がある。
almost
半径
vanished.
は4ミリ以
No
下と思わ
larger
れる。
than
穴の
0.4
縁は黒ずんでい
centimeters
る。
and abrasion collar. This is what we're.
重曹だ。
Abrasion collar.
A black trickle of liquid runs. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Yes, that's what this part. You've seen the drawings. You've studied. The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has. This man will never sleep again. Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The lieutenant answers with a sound. Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his scalp. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him. Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like ice-cold serrated metal.
鋭利
Its
な
edges
突
cut
起。
right through the latex and into your finger.
中に固形物がある。
Can you get to it?
There's a tiny crack, a
小
protrusion
さ
in
な
the
クレーター、
cranium,
外側へ
right
砕け
in
て
the
突出した
back
箇所。
of his head. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
頼むぞ、頼むぞ、頼むぞ。83。頼むぞ。よしよしよし。よかったー。83怖えー。
You pick the object
人差し指と
between
中
your
指でその
index
物
and
体を
middle
つまむ。
finger.
それはとても
It
鋭
feels
く金
sharp,
属のような。
like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, the inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like with a plop. Your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered.
A bullet.
The bullet falls in the bag.
A non-caliber.
口径は不明。
Rifle.
ライフルから
Some kind
発
of
射。
brittle
何ら
alloy.
かの高度の低い
Fractured
合
on
金
impact.
製で着弾の衝撃で先端が潰れている。
No, no, you deserve it. We can log it later. We need to add an item to the
回収
injury
リストに
list.
追加しないと。
Injury number 4.
外傷その
Oval
4。
entry wound with an
外
abrasion
縁が腫れ
collar.
た楕円形の
Soft
重曹。
palate, back of mouth.
口内後方の口外部。
High velocity.
高速
Temporal
度の衝
cavity
撃
in
で
the
脳
brain
組織に
tissue.
一時的な
Small
空洞
exit
が
wound
発
on
生
the。occiput.
後頭部の出口部に
How
ご
does
く
that
小さな
sound?
損傷あり。
Opinion, fatal injury.
同感
And
だ。
one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark.
He's proposing the bullet was the real
本当
cause
の
of
死因は
death.
この銃弾であり、死体随所、それを隠蔽するための企みだった。
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even
死んだ
dragging
後
him
で
to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already... I have had my
さす
doubts
がに
since he showed me
銃
the tracks. Why
被
did
害
they
者を歩かせ
carry
る
him
のでは
over?
なく担い
Why
で
not
運ん
march
だ
him, I thought. There have been other signs too. Small things. We were right not to
シークレットタスク騙されないうちに銃弾を見つけろ。
expected we would.
へえ。
We didn't fall for it. He
そこにはプライドが感じられる。
There's-
キム
there is, of
お前
course,
は最高だ
a
よ。
very real possibility. He was
同時
both
に首を
shot
吊られた可能性はまだ
and
十分にある。どうして犯人はこんなことを？
The real killer? The real motivation?
可能性としては、吊られながら銃で撃たれた。
It's possible, but it doesn't
もがいた
explain
形
all the
跡が
other
ない。
dubious things here. Lack of struggle, primarily. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory
銃
at a
弾が
time.
答えを
Yes,
教えてくれ
we
るか
should
もし
take
れ
a
ない。
closer look at.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
That's for us to find out. But this, it will... Oh, you really,
刺
really
繍
do.
を洗い流
I
せ
am glad to
ワー
hear
リン
you
グ・イ
say
ン・ラグ
that.
ズの部屋にバス
Your
ルー
room in
ム
the whirling
夜に
device
必ず
should
風呂
come
に
with a
入って
bathroom.
くれ
Be sure to make
必ず入る
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema.
単
I
独
can
行
work
動
on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do it. I'll leave that choice to you. And one
いや
more
そ
thing.
んなそんな
Great work, detective.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks, and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
サイドタスクキムがいなくてもまあなんとかなるかななんとかなるかないいか。いや、死体運んでほしいしな。ちょっと待って。この、一旦ここ調べるのはキムいてほしい。だって一人怖いから20リアル稼いでる。なんだ怖い。暗いから怖い。秘密の、なんだって